your chair up close to your radio. Tune it up good and loud. Tune it up good and loud. Tune it up good and loud.
Good morning, Captain.
Like to check your licenses, boys.
Good morning to you.
Live all across Big Sky Country, it's the Montana Outdoor Radio Show. The Montana Outdoor Radio Show is brought to you statewide by Missoula Chevrolet, home of the official truck of the captain, Vibrant Hearing, Warrior Boats, Tire-Rama, Gretz RV and Marine, and by Placer Motors, your local Subaru dealer in Helena. And now, from the command center, here's the captain and his crew on the Montana Outdoor Radio Show.
But first, let's take a look at your weather forecast in northeast Montana. Today, mostly cloudy, highs near 40. Tonight, partly cloudy, lows near 30 degrees. Sunday, mostly cloudy, highs in the mid to upper 40s. And you can always remember, gang, that you can get the latest in outdoor news, weather forecasts, and link to this week's Montana Outdoor podcast featuring Dave Chichester of Plug It Tackle. Dave talks about what it's like starting a fishing tackle company up against a huge tackle manufacturers. Plus, he explains why he loves fish that he makes, or the fishing tackle he makes.
I wanted to keep it more as a hobby, but my wife's a go-getter, and she's like, you got to start selling these things. You got to, really pursue this because you really got something there. And she was right.
That and more is waiting for you at the go-to website, montanooutdoor.com.
And turn my microphone on before I talk. Huh? And the Camp Cookcast, a division of the Riggercast, is a presentation of the Come On In this time around. Back with the captain and the weekend review in 1 minute.
Escape the ordinary. Come On In Hotel and Suites in Missoula, Bozeman, and Billings features family-friendly lodging that offers a rustic atmosphere with resort amenities. Options include king or 2 queen bedrooms, roomy kitchenettes, or a relaxing jacuzzi suite. There's complimentary hot breakfast, guest laundry, a large pool, kiddie pool, 5 hot tubs, fitness center, and a beautiful indoor courtyard that features a rock waterfall. Escape the ordinary. The best value in lodging today is at the Come On In Hotel and Suites in Missoula, Bozeman, and Billings. Make your reservations online at comeonin.com. That's CMONINN.com.
Well, in Glasgow, be sure to shop D&G Sports and Western. They are Montana Outdoor approved for hunting and fishing.
And a very pleasant good morning, everybody, live and direct from Florida. Believe it or not, I'm the captain. I would probably go ahead and say, yeah, this is the Florida official Montana Outdoor Radio Show headquarters, at least for a couple of months. Things are going okay down here in Florida. I hate to tell folks in Montana that it has been close to 75 to 80 degrees since February 1st. However, we have hit kind of a bump in the weather down here. We've got a bunch of wind, and the rip currents are extremely terrible right now, right outside of our condominium here on Jensen Beach. I tried to convince Bernie, I wanted to see how bad they really were, to go out swimming.
This sounds like a bad idea.
Hold my beer.
I told her, I said, do not try to swim against the rip currents. Just float, and we'll pick you up in Miami. Well, we're about 2 hours from Miami. The thing is about Florida, and I don't know how much people really care about Florida and Montana, but there are some, we haven't met anybody from Montana down here, but we have met some folks from North Dakota, from Michigan. They have a bocce ball court. They have here in the complex, and we played a couple from Michigan. They beat us. They were from a little outside of Detroit, I guess. So we're playing bocce ball. Bernie's doing her hot yoga, and I'm pretty much Lady and I we're just walking around, having a good time, and enjoying things down here. But one of the things that Bernie and some of the other folks are having an issue with is getting bit by bugs. Now, this is amazing to me. I got bit by the bugs too, and when I looked at my ankles, they look like, remember when you used to have measles when you were a kid?
Oh, no.
Well, that's what my ankles look like. You know, a bunch of red sores on there, but I didn't feel them. They did not itch, but it's really affecting Bernie. She's getting these bites all over the place. And you know what they call those bugs? No-see-ums.
No-see-ums.
Oh, I've heard of the no-see-ums.
Because you can't see them.
Yep. I heard of the no-see-ums.
I think that's absolutely a marketing magnificent item there, because they actually have bug spray and they have bug repellent for no-see-ums. It's spelled NO-SEE-UMS. They're less than an eighth of an inch big, so they can get through screens and everything else. So, I don't know. We're going to survive. Don't worry, crew. We'll survive down here in Florida. Yesterday, Bernie texted me as I was laying out by the swimming pool. She said the wind chill factor in Florida now is 59 degrees.
Oh, that's chilly.
Now, in Montana, if you had a 59-degree wind chill factor, you wouldn't even think twice about it. But down here, I guess people are a little bit upset about that, because it's not.
That is.
That's right. That's called a snook. Hey, by the way, I wanted to mention to the folks, I got a text from, some of the guys that we've hung around with over the years are now retired. One of them is Bill Zaratka, the salmon slayer.
Yeah.
Bill and his wife, Shelley, along with Shelley's brother, Lonnie, are in the Cancun area. He sent me 7 pictures of fish that they have been catching on guided trips over there. One was a marlin, beautiful marlin, and some other fish that I don't know what they are, but he had a pretty good time fishing, and I'll try to maybe get those posted on MontanaOutdoor.com just to show you how the retirement community in Wolf Point, or at least Bill's retirement, is going. Bill used to work for MDU, so I hope the power is continuing to go up in that area without his services. Let's see. What else do I have? Oh, we got to get a new license a week from today. Fishing license. Hunting license.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, March 1. And
that tax return.
Next Wednesday, the Billings RV and Boat Show will take place at the Metro Park in Billings. Of course, Brett's RV over there is a big participant in that. And that's a huge sale for them. They move a lot of units over that 4 days. I tried to get a hold of Dustin Brett's, but he's busy. They're very, very busy, and I think they got a break in the weather now, so they're going to start cleaning things up and getting it ready to move it into the Metro Park. That's an unbelievable amount of work to do that, but it's worth it because you can save money, discounts, and all that stuff during the Billings RV and Boat Show at the Metro Park in Billings. And I was also told in Missoula that the boat show pricing and discounts have been extended to the end of the month. So that's one other thing that you might want to take a look at. That had originally scheduled to end on the 17th, which was Monday, but they're going to extend it to the end of the month. So the crew, I haven't even mentioned the crew. I've just been talking about myself. I
we're talking about all the bugs that you got bit by.
And I was worried about you by the pool and people not wanting to swim with you with the bug bites and stuff. So anyway.
This place has a lot of mirrors in it that I'm staying at the condo, and I can't help from looking at myself. And when you do, you just talk about yourself. So we have the director, Deadeye Denny, who is running the show this morning. Good morning, Denny.
Well, good morning, Captain.
We have Miguel Lee, who is manning the phones. Kokanee Quinn's going to be cooking up in the kitchen. And why is Camp Cook doing Downrigger Dale's weather? Well, the rigger man is under the weather this week. We're hoping to get him back next week. He's home resting, and I know he's listening, and I know he wants to get on the air just like I'm doing right now, but they're not going to let him do that, I don't think, because he's doctor's orders or director's orders or whatever you want to call it. So anyway, I'm going to let you guys do the show, and I'm going to go see if I can't find one of those no-see-em bugs. That might be a discovery right there. Maybe I'll just take a picture of one and put it on the website, and I'll just take a picture of a wall and put it on the website. And that's a no-see-em bug.
Sounds like he's going snipe hunting or something here.
That'd be great.
Get on it.
I guess now we want to hear news from the field with Greg Lemon from Montana Fish. Montana Fish, Wildlife, and Parks right here on the Montana Outdoor Radio Show.
Morning, Captain. Reservations for Blackfoot River floating campsites will open on March 3rd. New this year, reservation dates will open several months at a time, with another month of availability rolled out on the first Monday of each month. Camping in the Blackfoot River corridor is only allowed in designated campsites. There are 8 floating overnight sites that are all reservable during the reservation season, May 1 through October 31st, with a maximum group size of 10 people. By having these roll-out dates for available campsites, this allows more people a chance to take advantage of the opportunity of camping along the corridor. To reserve a site, call 1-855-922-6768. That's 1-855-922-6768, beginning on March 3rd. You can view available sites online, but reservations must be made over the phone. Speaking of river trips, if you put in for a Smith River permit, be sure to check your results. The annual drawing was held on Wednesday. To check your results, just log into your MyFWP account. We had just over 11,000 applicants this year for 939 permits. In other news, recently in the Bitterroots, several elk calves died from eating Japanese yew plants. These ornamental shrubs are toxic for animals. During winter months, animals can often find their way into areas around homes with ornamental plants that are not native to Montana, or in this case, even the continent. Japanese yew plants have killed animals before. If you have these plants in your yard and have wildlife around them, please consider removing them. Well, that's it for this week. Thanks, Captain.
No matter how far you may go, there's always one just down the road. Town Pump, ooh, pump it up, pump it up.
Stop by your local Town Pump today. 16-ounce hop waters are 2 for $4. Plus, Pump It Up members save an additional $2 when you buy 2, only 2 for $2. Town Pump, convenient and right down the road.
Town Pump, right down the road. Pump it up, oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. First Security Bank wants you to know when it comes time to buy a car, pickup, boat, snowmobile, or ATV, just see the folks at First Security Bank. 9 locations in the Bitterroot Valley and Missoula Valley. You won't have to camp out to get service. First Security Bank, member FDIC. And straight ahead on the Montana Outdoor Radio Show, it's Placer Motors statewide trivia. Camp Cook filling in for Downrigger Dale. What is our topic for the 6 a.m. hour audience?
So, who needs that? Do I need that?
You might.
Maybe.
You need something.
We'll find out.
Yeah. We'll see if we can make you a winner right after this on the Montana Outdoor Radio Show. Your Montana adventure starts at the Billings RV and Boat Show at the Metro Park this Wednesday, February 26th. Shop the latest RVs, campers, and boats. Plus, get exclusive show deals you won't find anywhere else. Whether you're a weekend camper or a full-time road warrior, they got everything you need to hit the open road in style. Don't miss the Billings RV and Boat Show starting this Wednesday, February 26th at Metro Park. Visit BillingsRVandBoatShow.com for more details.
Winter in Montana can be a lot of fun when you have the right equipment, whether you're ice fishing or coyote hunting. When you shop your Montana Outdoor Approved Sporting Goods store, you get the best products, service, and advice. In Livingston, shop Yellowstone Sporting Goods. In Glasgow, shop D&G Sports and Western. In Kalispell, shop Snappy Sports Center. They all have local knowledge and are Montana outdoor approved for harsh Montana winters. Attention anglers, when it comes to fishing, only one name stands above the rest: Warrior Boats. Built by fishermen for fishermen, Warrior Boats deliver unmatched stability, performance, and reliability in any waters. From tournament days to quiet mornings, Warrior Boats are designed to help you conquer the water with ease. Built tough and built right. Built for warriors like you. Find your ultimate fishing machine today at warriorboatsinc.com. Warrior Boats. Go farther, fish longer, and own the Montana waters.
Welcome back to the Montana Outdoor Radio Show.
The best things of life are worth waiting for.
Once again, from the command center, here's the captain and his crew.
This is Eric Anderson, the owner of Placer Motors in Helena. Come in and see us today and find out why there's a Subaru, and then there's a Subaru that's been purchased at Placer Motors.
Hey, good morning. We appreciate you being there. 6:22 Trivia Time with Cam Cook, brought to you by Placer Motors. We'll see if we can make you a winner in 1 minute.
When you buy a Subaru, you're buying more than a vehicle. You're buying safety for your family, an investment that'll hold its value, and something that'll last a long time. In fewer words, you're buying trust. According to Consumer Reports, Subaru has been ranked the 2024 Best Automotive Brand, and Subaru Crosstrek and Forester have been named 2024 Top Picks, an honor given only to 10 vehicles in the country. For a limited time, you can retrieve them both with special offers during the Subaru A Lot to Love event, now through March 31st. From our lot to your driveway, come see how Placer Subaru in Helena is transforming the car buying experience. Test drive a 2025 Subaru today. Learn more at Subaru.com/CR. Consumer Reports does not endorse products or services.
And our trivia winner will be the proud owner of a first aid kit from Joe Moline in Lewistown. We have a Tire-Rama pen, a Captain's Choice Max Lure. From Linda at Far Country Press in Helena, the book, Good Hunting for Kids.
Awesome.
Growing up to be the best hunter you can be. You ought to get that for Bradley.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
A koozie from the Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation. From Steve Harada, Steve's Bail Bonds and Wolf Point utility key ring. It features a bottle opener, a tape measure, and a flashlight all in one. How might that come in handy there, Kokanee?
Well, of course, that flashlight's going to see your way through, and it's a key to your salvation.
Preach.
Woo!
And from Kathy Goodman at silverthreadsouterwear.com in Great Falls, we got that gorgeous ball cap, that ice fishing hat. It's black with a leather patch that says Hard Deck on it. Number to call if you know Camp's trivia answer, 406-721-1290. That's 721-1290. But if you have won in the past 6 months, any prize, please let other listeners have a chance to play and win with Camp Cook for Downrigger Dale.
Yeah.
Take it away.
Well, it may seem a little odd for me to be talking about hunter's education classes in February, but believe it or not, classes are underway right now all across Montana. Something to take note of, especially if you need to take bow hunter's education, since rarely are there classes after July. Who needs to take bow hunter's education is the question. Is it A, anyone that's under the age of 18? B, anyone who has not taken bow hunter's ed in Montana? Or C, if you want to bow hunt, you got to take bow hunter's ed or show any year prior bow hunting license from anywhere. So is it A, anyone under 18, B, anyone who has not taken bow hunter's ed in Montana, or C, if you want to bow hunt, you got to take bow hunter's ed or show any prior year's bow hunting license from anywhere.
406-721-1290. If you haven't won nothing in the past 6 months, and while we wait for a winner, let's check in with the Stonefly Fly Shop in Butte and Bart at Capital Sports in Helena.
Hey everybody, happy weekend. It's Chris from the Stonefly, Butte, Montana. Just a quick little update for you guys. Weather changing all over the place. Looks like we're going to have some unusually warm weather coming up here. Might be a good window of opportunity to get out and wet a line. Still the same options kind of going around. You've got Poindexter Slough and the Beaverhead between Pipe Organ and Barrett's, as well as the Upper Clark Fork a little closer to town here. All been fishing pretty well, actually. I wouldn't be surprised to see a few midges coming off in the middle of the day with these warmer temps. Nymph fishing with small pheasant tails, zebra midges. Lots of the fire bead flies, so those bright orange and pink beads. Been picking up a lot of fish here this last week, so might start thinking about running some of those in conjunction with a little blue winged olive nymph or a little midge nymph. One of those two. Upper end of Rock Creek been fishing really well also, so you got San Juan worms and stoneflies kind of thrown into the mix there. Ice fishing all over the place too. It's going to be a slushy mess in some of those spots with all the new snow and warmer temps, but feel free to get out and enjoy yourselves this weekend. Hope you enjoy it. If you need anything, holler at us anytime, 406-494-0707 or at thestonefly.com.
Cam Cook, we give you one thing to do.
I blew it.
While Downrigger is out, and you cannot produce a winner. I didn't think the question was that hard, but
I didn't think so either.
So far you have stumped our listeners. 406-721-1290. Just repeat the question there.
Pretty simple. Who needs to take bowhunter's education? Is it A, anyone that's under 18, B, anyone who has not taken bowhunter's ed in Montana, or C, if you want to bow hunt, you got to take bowhunter's ed or show any year prior bow hunting license from any other state?
All right, one of those choices.
Yeah.
Miguel's getting so frustrated he's going to he's going to give a person 4 tries. Hey, Bart, Capital Sports, come on in.
Hey, folks, this is Bart with Capital Sports in Helena with the weekly fishing report. It looks like we've got a great weekend coming up as well as next week with some great weather and some willing fish. We're hearing good reports on Holter Lake for the perch, a little bit deeper than they have been, but the same old Haley and maggots. And then we're hearing great reports on Canyon Ferry for trout down at the silos, fishing in close, about 6 feet down with maggots on a little jig. And the Causeway's been turning out a variety of fish. I haven't heard of any one species being better than the others, but we're definitely hearing some good reports on walleye and perch out there. And the salmon in the regulating reservoir are definitely responding now that we've got good ice and it's a little later in the season. So stop into Capital Sports and see us for all the latest information.
All right, Cam Cook, we won't write you up because we
good.
do have a contestant. Miguel's about to transfer the call and hand me the winner sheet.
His name
it is
Kim.
Is it
Twardowski.
Kim what? Twardowski. Kim in Helena. How are you this morning, Kim?
I'm doing well. Just getting ready to go do a little ice fishing.
There you go. Wow. What body of water will you be attacking?
Well, I think Hauser, maybe some walleye and pick up a trout, maybe.
All right, good luck. Real quick for Kim there. Cam?
All right, Kim. Hey, if you're going to take bowhunter's education, who needs to take bowhunter's ed? Is it A, anyone that's under 18, B, anyone who has not taken bowhunter's ed in Montana, or C, if you want to bow hunt, you got to take bowhunter's ed or show any year prior bow hunting license from anywhere? What's your answer?
What do you think?
C. Definitely
That's
C.
Right. Yes. Nice work. Okay, according to FWP.gov, it's real simple to purchase a Montana bow and arrow license. A hunter must complete a certified bow hunter education course or show any prior year's bow hunting license from any state.
All right. Hey, Kim, thank you for listening. Good luck fishing. I got to put you back on hold so Miguel can get all your mailing address info, and we'll get that prize package mailed to you, all right?
All right, great. Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Good job. Hey, in Kalispell, you be sure to shop Snappy Sports Center as they are Montana Outdoor approved for hunting and fishing. All right, when we come back, we'll try to check in with Mary Beth Kibler at Kibler Outfitting and Charter Fishing, along with Leonard Roberts at Roberts Bait and Tackle. Got our ski report update as well. Straight ahead on the Montana Outdoor Radio Show. And thank you for joining us this morning. Hey, we have a hunch you'll enjoy the brunch at Paradise Falls. The Sunday brunch at Paradise Falls features a buffet bonanza of delicious traditional breakfast items, along with a rotating entree. Only $18.95 for adults and $9.95 for kids 12 and under. The Paradise Falls Sunday brunch runs from 9 a.m. till 1 p.m. Regular breakfast menu also available 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. Sundays mean a whole bunch of brunch at Paradise Falls. 3621 Brooks, Missoula.
Harrington Surgical Supply would like to remind you of their equipment rental. Sometimes buying equipment for surgery that you will only use once becomes quite costly, but with Harrington's equipment rental program, you won't break the bank. They offer knee scooters, ice machines, and front wheel walkers. With Harrington Surgical Supply, you will always find knowledgeable and caring guidance to find the perfect product for you. Harrington Surgical Supply, across the street from Boyce Lumber, and see the difference the right fit can make.
The only real estate agent I trust right here in Missoula and the surrounding areas is Jason Baker with the Jason Baker team at Rise Realty. Hey, Sean Hannity here. You know, the current real estate market is creating more unique situations than ever before. And as an active investor myself, I have personally found that working with real estate agents that have real-time experience and offer a variety of solutions and options has never been more important. Now, he has helped many families right here in your area turn complicated situations into solutions. An immediate cash offer is not your only option. Jason can provide a list of options and have a plan before your home is even on the market, including a no-stress contract that you can end anytime along the way. They can also tell you what your home is worth in seconds right online when you go to jasonbakerteam.com. Call Jason at 552-4443. Online, jasonbakerteam.com, and get the options that are right for you.
The savings continue into the new year at CHS Mountain West Co-op. Cold weather can be deadly for our livestock and outdoor pets. Take precaution with livestock tank heaters and heated dog bowls. CHS has horse blankets to add that extra layer of warmth. Shop cold weather savings at CHS Mountain West Co-op, everyone's favorite farm, ranch, and home store in Missoula and Ronan.
Your one-stop ranch and home store, Mountain West Cooperative.
Teresa Lunn with United Country Real Estate Western Montana Group knows what it takes to sell your property.
The United Country Marketing Advantage provides us with the tools. Combine that with experience, honesty, and work ethic. Your buyer is out there. Commercial, residential, ranch, or acreage. Nobody knows the country like we do.
Teresa Lunn and United Country Real Estate Western Montana Group, covering the state with main offices in Missoula and Plains. Visit an office or call
728-9733.
The Montana Outdoor Radio Show is brought to you in part by Missoula Chevrolet, Tiorama, Brett's RV and Marine, and by Placer Motors. Once again, here's the captain and his crew.
But first, let's take a look at your weather forecast in southeast and south central Montana. Today, you got strong crosswinds near Livingston, mostly cloudy. Highs in the mid-30s to mid-40s. Tonight, strong crosswinds near Livingston, partly cloudy. Patchy blowing snow. Lows in the lower 20s to lower 30s. Sunday, strong crosswinds near Livingston, partly sunny. I don't know why I got to say strong crosswinds because that's kind of a Livingston thing there.
Couldn't help but notice.
Yeah, I got you. Partly sunny, patchy blowing snow. Highs around 40 to lower 50s. Sunday night, mostly cloudy, patchy blowing snow. Slight chance of rain. Lows of around 30 to around 40. You can get the latest in outdoor news, detailed weather forecasts, great videos, and so much more. It's all waiting for you right there. The go-to website, montanooutdoor.com.
And the Camp Cook Cast, a division of the Rigger Cast, is brought to you this time around by Superior Hardwoods of Montana. We will be back with Mary Beth Kibler at Kibler Outfitting and Charter Fishing in 1 minute.
Looking to transform your home into a masterpiece? Superior Hardwoods has the perfect solution with our Treasure State Series white oak flooring. On sale now at $610 per square foot. Customize your space like never before. Want a vintage feel? Wire brush it. Prefer modern chic? Stain it. Or keep it natural and let its true beauty shine. Once you make the swap from carpet to our rich, solid hardwood, watch your space come to life. Even your walls will crave an update. Luckily, we have just the thing with our reclaimed buckshot paneling, rustic with a touch of elegance. It's textured with nail holes and aged patina. And for those true rustic enthusiasts, we have turn-of-the-century gray barn siding that's seen the sun, snow, and everything in between. Minimum purchase is 500 board feet at just $695. We're more than just a flooring store. Check us out on the web at superior-hardwoods.com and let Superior Hardwoods guide you through the woods.
In Helena, please shop Capital Sports. They are Montana Outdoor approved for hunting and fishing. Welcome back to the show. The director's here. Camp Cook filling in for Downrigger Dale. Kokanee Quinn over there. Miguel Lee working the phones, and he managed to get on the phone. Mary Beth Kibler, Kibler Outfitting and Charter Fishing. How are you this morning, ma'am?
Well, I'm doing wonderful, thank you. We finally are warming up a little bit over here. We had a wonderful 35 degrees yesterday, first time I've seen it over freezing for a long time. It looks like we're going to get this for a little bit, so like maybe 10 days. So that'll help settle some of the snow that we've got, which will be wonderful. The last weekend was the last of the Garfield County Bounty for the County Predator Hunt, and got 754 coyotes were taken over that last month, and 39 fox. Casey, his sons Caden and Traden Thomas, and Trevor Ross won that. They and I do not recall what their personal best was, but it was a little under 100. Or it seemed like it was like 170 something that coyotes that they took. But such a good thing for the county and our game.
Yeah.
We sure appreciate them. And
Mary Beth,
everyone.
can I ask you a question about that? Was that a tournament that you had to pay to enter? Or how did all that work?
Yeah.
I don't believe they pay I don't think.
Okay.
I don't believe they do. It is just the county puts up X amount of dollars per coyote.
Got it.
And if they had to pay for that one, they would have gone behind. I don't know how many sleds I heard that just got totally demolished. So it doesn't take long to go in the hole that way. But it's just a pride thing, I believe, and something good for the county. But I don't know that for sure. You'd have to get a hold of someone with the Chamber of Commerce to get the real truth.
Well, no, we don't. We don't want
guessing and assuming.
we don't want the real truth. We want to talk to you.
Oh, okay. Well, I say it with such confidence that we've got to buy
Yes,
it,
you
right?
do. Yes, ma'am.
Exactly. That's the key.
I like your moxie.
Yeah, right. So fishing should be wonderful on Fort Peck right now. It seems like we got good ice everywhere. Pressure ridges you've got to really watch when you go around them. But I'm sure seeing a lot of pictures of especially lake trout. Some really nice walleye. I've seen some pictures of some nice big walleye and some northern. So, it sounds like that fishing is pretty good. You'll have to take that one just for that too, because I'm not going out on that ice. I slap pretty hard when I land, so I'm done ice fishing unless. So, anyway, anyone who'd like to put together a fishing trip with us this year, give us a call 406-557-2503, and we'll get you fixed up.
All right, great job. We'll talk to you next week.
Mm-hmm. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Mary Beth Kibler. We head to Great Falls now. Leonard Roberts at Roberts Bait and Tackle. How are you this morning, Leonard?
I'm doing good. The old saying is, if you don't like the weather in Montana, wait 5 minutes. It'll definitely change.
All right. Did you want to call back in 5 minutes, or are you are you okay with the weather you got right now?
Well, last week when I talked to you, I had 42 below zero. Right now, I'm sitting at 31 above.
That's grass skirt and coconut bra weather right there.
And she's supposed to be in the 40s and 50s all the rest of this week.
Right, yeah.
So people are going to have to pay attention on the ice. There's going to be probably a lot of water on it.
Yeah.
Holter right now is holding anywhere from 10 to 14 inches, depends on what area you're going in, but I got a feeling there's going to be a lot of water on it. Keeps going. Piskin has around 15 inches. Francis, 15 to 18 inches. Tiber has 15 to 18. Fresno, let's see what Fresno's got. Fresno's got 18, and Nelson's got 18. And from what I understand, the fishing's been pretty fair. People are buying lots of minnows, where I still have lots of fatheads in stock. I don't have any other type, just fatheads on that. And I have herring, smelt, and all that good stuff, maggots on that. That's about all I got. They tell me how much ice is out there, but I ask them, well, how's the fishing? It's okay.
Leonard, I got a question for you. You've been training those thoroughbred minnows for our upcoming minnow races in the Bitterroot.
Oh, the minnow races.
Yep. The guys have been calling me, and I got a few set aside for that.
Okay, I want a thoroughbred one though. I want one with a good bloodline.
Oh well, most of the guys buy 10 dozen at a time.
Camp
On
Cook
that part.
Camp Cook likes to put the little silks on his.
They'll be showing up to get their minnows here probably. What is that, next week or a week after?
It's on March 1st at the Lonesome Dove in Stevensville.
That's what I thought it was. Yeah. So the guys will be, they called me to say make sure I keep some for, but I got plenty of them. And I got more coming in on Monday, so we're in good shape there.
Okay. Well, I'm winning this one.
All right.
Okay. Any questions? 454-1877. And everybody pay attention on that ice now that we're getting this warm weather.
Yes, sir.
Watch what you're doing.
Great advice. Thank you, Leonard. We'll talk to you next week.
Yes, sir.
All righty. It is 6:41.
And, whoops, I'm sorry, I just clicked on the wrong thing. It's time for the Lost Trail Powder Mountain Ski Report, brought to you by the Montana Club. Here are the conditions at Lost Trail Powder Mountain.
Just like Camp Cook, we give you one thing.
One job.
No, I was ready. I was clearly not ready.
Well, there has been a total of 18 more inches of new snow that has fallen in the last 7 days of Lost Trail. So to date, 174 inches of snow has fallen at the mountain. Snow at the summit, 66 inches. Snow at the lodge, 57 inches. 5 lifts will be open to take you to 68 trails on the mountain. Lost Trail is open 9:30 to 4 today through Monday. And if you want to check out weather and other snow conditions, stuff like that, the events they got going on, they got a lot of activities planned in March. Check out losttrail.com.
And for conditions at ski areas around the rest of the state, just head to montanooutdoor.com and check out our ski report page. It's brought to you by the Montana Club and Lost Trail Powder Mountain.
All righty. Thank you, Kokanee. Rosar's time, 6:42. It's time to hook choice Angus beef T-bone steak in family packs, only $7.99 a pound, but there is a limit of 2 family packs on them. In produce, crisp celery, 99 cents a pound. And in frozen foods, select varieties of Dreyer's ice cream, because any time of year is a good time for Dreyer's ice cream. 48-ounce cartons are $3.50 each. Now you can see all the weekly specials online at rosars.com. And when in Missoula, do what the captain does. Shop Rosars at Reserve and South Avenue. All righty, when we come back, we will try to hook up with Eddie Mint at the Lake Ridge Lodging and Bait Shop. Probably,
the big man on the dam.
Yeah. We'll probably put Kokanee on ice, too. And more on the Montana Outdoor Radio Show.
Lost Trail Ski Area is now open for the season. Looking to spark love for skiing or snowboarding in your little one? Big Paws at Lost Trail Ski Area is a fun and nurturing program for kids 3 to 6. Under the guidance of expert instructors, kids will explore green terrain, build confidence, and even ride the chairlift. Lost Trail Big Paws runs weekends and holiday afternoons from 1 to 3. Space is limited. Reserve now. Call 406-360-6704 or email skischool@losttrail.com. Big Paws, where snowy adventures begin.
Polaris off-road vehicles can be hazardous to operate and are not intended for on-road use. Driver must be at least 16 years old with a valid driver's license to operate. Always wear a helmet and be sure to take a safety training course.
Polaris Ranger, the most capable UTV, hardest working, smoothest riding. Work hard, play hard, weather any condition. Tackle the tough stuff, built your way. Add a cab, heater, windshield, plow, winch, lights. Oh, and did I say heated seats and a radio? Let us help you customize your Polaris Ranger to your wants and needs. This is Jeff. Visit us in Lewistown or see what's in store for you at lewistownpolaris.com.
Fort Peck Marina wants to make your fishing trip as enjoyable as possible. This is Scott Collinsworth with the Fort Peck Marina. You can stay at our RV campground, which is seconds away from the boat ramp. Check out our tackle shop, which is packed with gear for all species here on Fort Peck. Plus, you can book a fishing trip with me for lake trout, salmon, smallmouth, or walleye with my Fort Peck Marina guide service. Enjoy the best pizza, burgers, and sandwiches on the lake in our bar restaurant for lunch or dinner. Plus, breakfast is served on Saturday and Sunday mornings. Fort Peck Marina, we are here to serve you. You can check us out on our Facebook page or our new website at fortpeckmarina.net. That's Fort Peck Marina by the dam on Fort Peck.
When it comes to farming, ranching, or even fishing and hunting, you need a truck you can rely on. Even more, you need a buying experience that's hassle-free. Look no further than Missoula Chevrolet. Locally owned and operated right here in Missoula, Montana. They offer one low price, plain and simple, always. With over 350 vehicles, including the tried and true Silverado light-duty and heavy-duty trucks, they are proud to be the Captain's Truck Center.
That's so
so true. I depend on the experts at Missoula Chevrolet to find me the perfect Chevy Silverado to get me where the fish are biting and the game can be hunted. I travel the entire state, and my 3/4-ton Silverado makes it easy to tow my fifth wheel and boat at the same time. And you can't beat the comfort of the interior. It's simple. I trust the non-commissioned experts at Missoula Chevrolet for all my truck needs.
Find out for yourself exactly what the captain is talking about. Find your next Chevy truck at Missoula Chevrolet. Together, let's drive at MissoulaChevrolet.com.
This is the Montana Outdoor Radio Show.
Brilliance. That's all I can say. Sheer, unadulterated brilliance.
Once again, here's the captain and his crew.
In Butte, shop Three Bears, Alaska. They're Montana Outdoor approved for hunting and fishing. And I'm waiting to see if...
Yes.
I don't know if Miguel has Eddie on the line yet or not.
I think he's doing his taxes.
While we wait for Eddie Mint, Lake Ridge Lodging and Bait Shop, let's check in on ice fishing tournaments with Kokanee Quinn on ice.
The fabulous Icecapade. There's no doubt the fabulous Icecapade, just the greatest show on ice.
So today, the Canyon Kids Christmas Fund Lion Lake Fishing Derby is happening at, you guessed it, Lion Lake. That's going on from 10 to 2. You can give Rhonda a call at 406-261-1219 to find out more. The 26th Annual Tina Frank Memorial Fishing Derby is getting underway this morning. Actually, it started at 6, goes to 1 at Lake Mary Ronan. You can fish for yellow perch and pike, and it's free. And if you want to know more, you can get a hold of Chansey. The Lodge at McGregor Lake Fishing Derby is this weekend, today and tomorrow from 6 to 3. So it's started already, $15 per angler. And you'll be fishing for rainbow and lake trout there. Margot's March Madness, also known as the Denise Schlegel Memorial at Bitterroot Lake, is coming up next weekend, March 1st from 6 to 3. It's $25 per angler, fishing for kokanee, yellow perch, and rainbow trout. You can contact Wayne at 406-253-0291 for that one. And the Perch Assault at Lake Mary Ronan is coming up March 8th and 9th, fishing for perch. $250 a team. Get a hold of Chansey at 406-314-8024 to find out more. And you can get all the details at the Montana Tournament Trail link at montanooutdoor.com.
All righty. Thank you, Kokanee.
Yeah.
I got my buddy fishing that LMR tournament today.
Oh,
And
yeah?
it's his birthday, too. So happy birthday to Landon, who's fishing in that this morning.
Oh, cool.
All right. Eddie Mint is with a customer. We expect to have him on the line in about a minute here, but Greg Lemon, when we did news from the field from Fish, Wildlife, and Parks early in the hour, he mentioned that, but just real briefly, you're a Bitterroot Valley guy anyway.
Yeah.
I think it's probably worth repeating.
Well, I've seen all over
there.
Facebook everyone talking about this. It's 5 dead elk calves were found by homeowners in Florence between January 15th and the 23rd. They did autopsies on the elk calves. They conducted on 2 of the calves. They revealed high quantities of toxic Japanese yew in their stomachs. Examination of the properties, the area revealed several of the plants that had been browsed by the elk. The homeowner voluntarily removed the plants. Japanese yew, I guess, evergreen, kind of like a tree shrub from East Asia, almost looks like a bonsai tree or something like that, right? The plant becomes especially dangerous to wildlife in the winter when heavy snows like we have this year in many areas can force ungulates closer to homes in search of food. So they were just browsing the foliage around some lady's house, and it was a little too much Japanese yew there.
Wow.
That's sad.
Poisonous, though. That's sad. 5 calves. Yeah.
My goodness.
Hey, but speaking of calves, though, they said how many of those dogs were taken in that coyote derby? 700 something?
Oh, my gosh, yeah.
Think of how many fawns are going to survive this spring now. Yeah, that's great.
That's a lot.
How you doing over there, Miguel? Do we got Mr. Mint?
He is with customers, but he can. So one moment.
All right.
Put you on hold, okay?
We'll put the customers on the air, too. Let's grill them.
All right.
Maybe we'll upsell them a little bit.
we won't keep him real long. It's obviously,
what are you doing?
It is obviously very busy at the Lake Ridge Lodging and Bait Shop. Eddie Mint, good morning.
that was the cash register.
There he is. There he is. How you doing, Eddie? Crazy day at the store, huh?
It's like 4th of July weekend.
Wow. What's going on with that anyway?
Oh, just warm weather and people getting out ice fishing, and that's yesterday and today, and it's just been, which is good.
Yeah.
Busy. So.
Yeah. What are they stocking up on? Everything?
Oh, jigging Laker stuff. Happy hooker, jigging hook setters, jaw jackers, spud bars, tip ups, rods, HDS rods, you name it.
Throwing everything.
Throw
everything.
Yeah.
Yep.
Everything but the DuPont lure, you know?
The DuPont lure.
Yeah, the TNT. No,
Yeah.
the DuPont lure.
The DuPont lure.
Well, she's definitely rocking and rolling, which is good to see.
Yeah. And how has the success rate been?
You know, it's been a little slower out there. I think with this warmer weather moving in, things, they're definitely getting a few fish out there. So, I mean, they're catching fish. It's just been a little slower, but I think when weather kind of stabilizes, but I don't know. With all this warm weather coming in, the pressure ridges were already starting to move yesterday and stuff like that. So guys that are heading out, be very cautious, checking these pressure ridges coming and going. I know some of the guys that went out yesterday morning come back yesterday afternoon where they crossed the pressure ridge in the morning. They couldn't cross it yesterday afternoon. It had opened up. So a guy's going to see a lot of that with these high temps coming in there doesn't look to be any cold weather coming now. So we'll just have to play her out and make the best of it. But guys are just going to have to be extremely cautious and really watch some pressure ridges.
Eddie, I got a question for an expert here. I have a problem when it comes to settling on where I want to drill a hole because I have a hand auger. So when I pick a spot because I'm not going to drill multiple holes.
Mm-hmm.
How do you pick a good spot usually? Do you usually go for depth? I mean, some people just say walk 100 yards out on the ice and just sit down. Or what do you usually do?
We've used the mapping unit, like with our hummingbirds or our Garmin, and kind of look at the structure, the contour lines. If you've got that capability to do that, you can get that Hummingbird app on your cell phone, and or if you have the shoot through the ice transducer with the clear ice, you can put some water on there and shoot through the ice and check what depth it is before you even drill the hole.
There you go. I would say
There's a few options.
Yeah.
Or just get a better auger, I guess. That's what I could do too.
Eddie Mint from the Lake Ridge Lodging and Bait Shop. You are a busy guy. We'll let you get back to it, but what's the number to call for more information?
406-526-3597.
Got it. Hey, thanks for taking some time. We'll talk to you next week.
Thank you.
All right, Eddie Mint at Lake Ridge. We will be back to wrap up the first hour of the Montana Outdoor Radio Show right after this.
Don't let the cold weather cause frigid furnace frustrations. Let the pros at Thomas Plumbing and Heating take care of your furnace problems. Motors, filters, belts, pilot flame assembly, carbon monoxide leak testing, and any other problems you might have. No job's too small for Thomas Plumbing and Heating, and if it's time to consider a new furnace, let us show you the affordable, energy-efficient options we have to offer. Since 1978, Western Montana has relied on Thomas Plumbing and Heating.
Hi, this is Scott Arnold. We welcome any size job at Scott Arnold Painting, and we show our commitment to every customer every step of the way. We also have a wood finishing shop featuring the same outstanding quality as our painting. If your home's interior or exterior could use some new life, let us give you a free estimate. We have guaranteed work, we're fast and reliable, covering the Missoula and Bitterroot Valleys for over 25 years. Scott Arnold Painting, 381-8545. That's 381-8545.
Fallon's Farm, where every animal finds hope for a fresh start. As a 501c3 recognized animal rescue, their mission is clear: to offer refuge and compassion to equines in need. At Fallon's Farm, they're dedicated to creating a sanctuary where neglect and mistreatment have no place. Every step they take, big or small, transforms lives for the better. The financial burden is ever present throughout the year, but it weighs particularly heavy during the spring and summer months. This is when expenses spike with vaccinations, dental care, and annual checkups all coming due. Additionally, the summer season heralds the request for a fresh supply of hay for the year. Join the movement for change and help give these horses the love and care they deserve. Your contributions, whether through time, money, supplies, equipment, or sponsoring a horse, can make a tangible impact. With your support, Fallon's Farm can provide essential resources such as food, shelter, and medical care to those in need. Visit Fallon's Farm at fallonsfarm.org and Facebook and Instagram to learn more.
Pick the Kubota orange that's right for you at Big Sky Kubota. Kubota tractors, Commander Series zero-turn mowers, utility vehicles, track loaders, skid steers, and excavators. Backed by the best in parts and service. Big Sky Kubota is receiving new inventory every day. Special low-rate Kubota finance offer. See dealer for details. Plan ahead for spring. See the local Kubota guys, John and Ben at Big Sky Kubota. 3 miles west of the Missoula Airport on Highway 10. Think orange.
Hello, taxpayers. This is Walt Carroll, CPA, Missoula. I've got some tax planning strategies. Donate appreciated securities to charity. Make charitable distributions from your IRA for your required minimum distributions. Consider using your minimum distributions from your IRA to pay estimated taxes. Harvest capital losses. Bunch your charitable or medical deductions into 1 year. Those are some good tax savings you can do between now and the end of the year.
You're listening to The Captain.
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 Captain. Captain. Captain. Captain.
Welcome back to the Montana Outdoor Radio Show.
As we get close to wrapping up the first hour of the show, Downrigger Dale could not be with us today, but he did leave a couple things there, Camp, from the desk of Downrigger for you.
Pretty dirty desk he's got going on.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Surprised you touched it.
Yeah, we're gearing up for some flooding here this weekend, because things are going to get hot.
Yeah.
We're having a heat wave, and we certainly can. The York Islands fishing access near Townsend has closed due to flooding and unsafe access conditions. So there's going to be even more flooding, I'm sure, this weekend. But an ice jam on a section of the Missouri River has caused ice and water to flood the site's boat ramp, campground, and other areas. So you might want to steer clear of that for a little bit until it dries up.
Out there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And Kokanee, Quinn, you're kind of a lonesome gal over there, at least on the Facebook side of things, because nobody told you where you at yet.
Well, Tracy did, actually.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
She checked in from beautiful Minnesota, and Downrigger Dale checking in from his couch this morning, or wherever it is that he's healing up. Exactly. But let us know where you at. Where you at? Where are you at? Where are you at? Our Facebook page, the Montana Outdoor Radio Show on Facebook.
All righty. Hey, 20 seconds or so left here, but you and your son Bradley, you've got amazing turkey plans.
Big plans
man.
for 2025.
What are you going to do?
Focused on doing the Montana Slam this year. Yeah, we're going to get all three species of turkey you can get in the state.
Cool.
Awesome. Well, we'll hear more about that as it gets closer to the event or the time to do it. Back right after this.
Sendo Mechanical. We are your plumbing and heating service center of all makes and models, furnaces, boilers, and water heaters. If we can't fix it, we will replace it. With your complete satisfaction, prices will make you jump for joy. Your one-stop shop has been in business for 32 years. Looks like Old Man Winter is here. Don't forget your boiler and furnace tune-ups. Just call 721-5400. That's 721-5400, or see us on the web, sendomechanical.com.
When you're high, you feel different. You think different, you talk different, you draw different, you listen to music different, but you probably knew that. Problem is, you also drive different, and not in a good way. That's why driving high is illegal everywhere. So if you're high, just don't drive. Make a plan to get a sober ride. Because if you feel different, you drive different. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
AM 1290 and K252FP 98.3 FM, Missoula. News Talk KGVO for Western Montana, a Town Square Media station.
An exchange completed. I'm Paul Stevens, Fox News. Israel confirming Hamas has now freed a sixth and final hostage as part of phase one of the Gaza ceasefire deal. In Tel Aviv with more, Fox's Greg Palka.
Joy here mixed with sadness. Some dramatic scenes here. The release of the last living hostages by Hamas and this stage of the ceasefire agreement with Israel. Plus some overnight news about another hostage. Now free. 3 in their 20s, taken from a music festival October 7th. Aliyah Cohen, Omer Shemtov, and Omer Wenkert. 40-year-old Tal Shoam, a husband and father, captured the same day. And 2 in their 30s who had been held after entering Gaza some 10 years ago. Hisham El-Sayed and Avera Mengistu. The first to be released was Shoam and Mengistu in the usual propaganda-filled manner by the Hamas militants at a location in Gaza. Eventually, they were handed over to the Red Cross, which brought them to safety.
Israel releasing 602 Palestinian prisoners as part of the ceasefire deal. Meantime, President Trump's envoy to Ukraine, Keith Kellogg, wrapping up his visit to Kyiv today. The retired Army Lieutenant General has been in talks with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky. This, as President Trump says, a deal for U.S. access to Ukraine's rare earth minerals is, quote-unquote, pretty close. Sources also telling Fox News that the mineral rights deal is, quote, nearly done, unquote. A COVID-like bat virus found now by researchers at the same Chinese lab accused of leaking COVID-19 back in 2020. The new study by the Wuhan Institute of Virology saying the potential for the bat virus to spill over into humans, quote, remains to be investigated, unquote. Protests set today in New York City after President Trump ended the governor's congestion pricing initiative. America's listening to Fox News.
It is time to take the quiz.
5 days a week, it's 5 questions in less than 5 minutes. We ask people on the streets of New York City to play along. Let's see how you do.
What are the 2 active volcanoes on mainland Europe called?
Is Vesuvio one of them?
Vesuvius and Etna.
How'd you do? Exactly. These get tougher, so hang on.
Take the quiz every weekday at thequiz.fox. Then come back here to see how you did. Thank you for taking the quiz.
As President Donald Trump begins his second term.
Promises made, promises kept. We're going to keep our promises.
Stick with the Fox News Rundown as history is made during his first 100 days. Whether it impacts your family, your wallet, or the world, our team of journalists will give you the sharp analysis and perspective you expect from Fox News. The Fox News Rundown, the first 100 days. Listen and follow now at foxnewsrundown.com or wherever you get your favorite podcasts.
The court's undoing some of their blocks on the Department of Government Efficiency.
A judge in D.C. has denied a request to block DOGE from Department of Education student borrower data, while another judge has denied a request to block DOGE from accessing sensitive records from the Departments of Labor, HHS, and Consumer Financial Protection. DOGE has also scored wins after judges denied requests to block the agency from firing federal workers and accessing federal data. And a federal judge in D.C. cleared the way for DOGE and the Trump administration to remove thousands of USAID workers off the job after removing a temporary hold on enforcement.
Fox's Chanley Painter. Meantime, a judge temporarily blocks key parts of President Trump's executive orders targeting DEI programs.
A U.S. district judge in Maryland granting a preliminary injunction blocking portions of President Trump's orders to cancel federal contracts concerning diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives in the government and corporate America. Plaintiffs, including the city of Baltimore, suing, arguing the orders are unconstitutional. The judge agreeing they may violate constitutional law, including free speech rights. The Trump administration has argued the president was targeting only DEI programs he says violate federal civil rights laws. Kristen Goodwin, Fox News.
A U.S. Border Patrol agent killed during a traffic stop near the Canadian border, set to be buried today with full military honors. 44-year-old David Milland was shot on I-91 in Vermont, about 20 miles from that border. Agents returning fire, killing the suspect's companion, both linked to a cult-like group called the Zizians, which could be tied, officials say, to 6 deaths in 3 other states. Milland, a Minnesota native and a U.S. Air Force veteran, will be laid to rest at Fort Snelling National Cemetery. I'm Paul Stevens, and this is Fox News.
Stop
Start the year off right at Carl Tyler's Express Lube, your trusted spot for fast, reliable oil changes in Missoula and the Bitterroot Valley. Powered by Quaker State Oil, the brand known for unbeatable engine protection. Whether it's a fresh start or just time for some TLC, our team will have you in and out with an oil change and freshly washed ride. No appointment needed. Get your new year rolling with an oil change featuring Quaker State Oil at Carl Tyler's Express Lube.
During blustery winter storms, downed power lines are a scary possibility. Would you know what to do if a power line fell on your vehicle? MEC wants you to remember the following. Always assume the line is energized. Remain inside your vehicle, keep the ignition on, and dial 911. If the car is on fire and you must exit, jump out without touching the vehicle and ground at the same time. Then shuffle or bunny hop away with your feet together. Visit Missoula Electric Cooperative on Facebook or Instagram for more safety tips.
Just pull your chair up close to your radio. Tune it up good and loud. Tune it up good and loud. Tune it up good and loud.
Good morning, Captain.
Like to check your licenses, boys.
Good morning to you.
Live all across Big Sky Country, it's the Montana Outdoor Radio Show. The Montana Outdoor Radio Show is brought to you statewide by Missoula Chevrolet, home of the official truck of the captain, Vibrant Hearing, Warrior Boats, Tire-Rama, Gretz RV and Marine, and by Placer Motors, your local Subaru dealer in Helena. And now, from the command center, here's the captain and his crew on the Montana Outdoor Radio Show.
But first, let's take a quick look at your weather forecast in central Montana. Today, mostly cloudy in the morning, then becoming partly cloudy, patchy blowing snow. Highs 40 to 45, southwest winds 20 to 30 mile per hour gusts to 45 mile per hour. Tonight, increasing clouds, patchy blowing snow, lows 30s to 35. Southwest winds 20 to 30 mile per hour with gusts up to 50 mile per hour. Sunday, mostly cloudy, patchy blowing snow again, chance of rain through the day, highs 45 to 50, southwest winds 25 to 35 mile per hour with more gusts up to 50 mile per hour. Now remember, gang, you can always get the latest in outdoor news, weather forecasts, and a link to this week's Montana Outdoor Podcast featuring Dave Chichester of Plug It Tackle. Dave talks about what it's like starting a fishing tackle company up against huge tackle manufacturers. Plus, he explains why fish love what he makes.
I wanted to keep it more as a hobby, but my wife's a go-getter, and she's like, you got to start selling these things. You got to, really pursue this because you really got something there. And she was right.
That and more is waiting for you on the go-to website, montanooutdoor.com.
And the Camp Cook Cast, a division of the Rigger Cast, is presented this time around by Rocky Mountain Truck and Trailer. We will be back with Garrett Osler with a West Yellowstone area report. We got Scott the Painter standing by for a Georgetown report. Cooking with Kokanee, too. It's all on the way in 30 seconds. Save time, reduce labor, and increase productivity with the new Boss Snow Raider SR Mag. The SR Mag is an innovation inspired by the game-changing Snow Raider. The SR Mag is bigger, badder, and bolder, and it brings an unprecedented level of performance to snow and ice removal. Add the Snow Raider SR Mag broom, snow thrower, plow, and spreader, and you have a machine that's ready for residential and commercial use. See Rocky Mountain Truck and Trailer, 5680 Expressway, Missoula, or call 406-549-4243. In Livingston, shop Yellowstone Sporting Goods. They are Montana Outdoor approved for hunting and fishing. And welcome back to the second hour of the Montana Outdoor Radio Show. The captain, of course, is on the road. The director is here, Camp Cook, filling in for Downrigger Dale this morning. Camp, good morning.
Good morning.
Got Kokanee Quinn over there, getting ready to cook up in the captain's kitchen. Miguel Lee is working the phones.
Oh, gracious, hello. Have I reached the party to whom I am speaking?
And we have Garrett Osler on the phone. Garrett, how are you this morning?
Doing wonderful. Just slipping on the gear to get out on the ice this morning.
Of course you are, because you're Garrett Osler. What's the outlook there? How are things going fishing-wise?
Well, down here it's an absolute slush fest right now.
Oh, wow.
And we got about a foot of new snow last week, and these warm temperatures. There's about 5 to 6 inches of slush underneath the snowy cap. And it's just been wonderful weather. Fishing has been a little bit tough. We're in a little bit of a slump right now, but the fish that are coming out are good fish. It's just been a real tough bite. They'll swim up and look at it and go the other direction. We don't know what's going on, but we'll fool a few of them today, I'm sure.
Yeah. I guess I should have made it. I think it was clear to everybody that we're talking Hebgen here, right?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I probably should have said that, Hebgen Lake, rather than Garrettson West Yellowstone.
Get your tickets to Slushfest 2025.
How do tactics change when you got kind of slushy conditions like that, and the fish aren't necessarily being real cooperative right now?
Yeah, you just have to pound the slush out. You know, I watched a group down at the dam go out yesterday, and it was just absolutely a post hole trip. Then I went out and drilled some holes. And once you get a hole drilled and stomp down the ice, you can stomp the slush down and build yourself a little stack to stand on and keep dry. But the fishing, you know, seemed to be good down there. They nailed about 6 of them in a couple hours. And, you know, we just tend to go a little bit smaller in our presentation. And, you know, if you see fish come in, keep doing what you're doing because that's what they wanted. And that's what interested them. And sizing down to about half-inch jigs and teardrops type with the tungsten and stuff. Still using millworms. We got to keep things going because next week's our final Kids in Snow weekend for West Yellowstone.
We wanted you to talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, and so trying to find fish for these kids, and we get a bunch of kids out on the ice and teach them how to ice fish and, you know, have a great time. And usually we have about 20 to 30 kids. And that the weather got in our way last time, but it's looking like it's going to be good weather, and hopefully we can get some of this slush to settle down.
Okay, if they need more information for you or to partake of your services, what's the number to call there, Garrett?
You know, Madison Adventures is my business name, and it's my cell phone is 801-721-4435, showing a little bit of my Utah roots.
That's all right. Garrett Osler in West Yellowstone. Hey, thank you. Good luck fishing today, and I hope they will visit more about the kids tournament next week, too.
Yes, it'll be wonderful.
All right, thank you. Okay, we got our buddy Scott the Painter
Hey,
with a Georgetown. Hey, Painter, how are you this morning?
I'm doing well this morning. How are you guys doing today?
Everybody here is excited that you're going to be on the phone.
Yeah.
Well, everybody but me and Kokanee.
And everybody, and Miguel, yeah.
But
everybody but everybody, yeah.
Camp seems pretty fired up about it.
What's up, buddy?
Oh, not much. So, here's what I heard. Got about 5 of my friends are over at Georgetown. They got there yesterday morning. They fished till about 4 o'clock, and it was a pretty slow day for them. They said they each got about a half a dozen kokanee, but they had to work hard to get them. So I don't know if the weather's kind of this up and down weather we're getting. They said it was about 35 up there yesterday. So anyhow, it looked like it was a pretty nice day up there. There is 20 inches of ice on the lake, and there is also about 15 inches of snow. One good thing, there isn't a whole lot of slush. They said they're running into some slush. So if you're taking quads up, I definitely recommended some chains. Snowmobile is probably your best way of getting around out there right now. It's good, solid ice. They said not a lot of guys fishing. The report I got, the best bite seems to be from about 6:30 in the morning till about 9:30 in the morning seems to be the best bite, with a few fish here and there throughout the rest of the day. So that's what I know. They're using pretty much small stuff like the last report just said, small tungsten stuff, tipped with a maggot. They're fishing in about 15 to 18 feet of water. One good thing they said this year, they've noticed water clarity is super good this year. Mm-hmm. You can actually see your jig down about 15 feet in the water column.
Yeah.
So that's a good thing. So that can give you an advantage if you can look down the hole and see the fish coming in. Right, yeah. The fish they are getting are in that 10 to 13 inch class. Nice. So they're quite a bit bigger this year than they have been in the last couple of years. So that's always a good thing. One good thing is, just like the last caller said, Georgetown is a great place to take kids. You don't have to get too far out on the ice. And and take them out and get them fishing. There's lots of access at Georgetown, so it's always a good place to take the family.
Yeah.
Now,
Scott the painter.
I got a quick question.
Okay, sure.
Do you think that the warm-up trends like we're having right now, is that what shuts the bite down, or will that maybe just be like the beginning of a bite picking up?
Well, we've just seen so much up and down. I mean, we've had pretty consistent low pressure. So that's, consistent pressure, whether it's high or low, is always better for fishing. When it goes up and down, the fish, their swim bladders have a tendency to expand and contract.
Mm-hmm.
So it really throws them off the loop. Mm-hmm. So they really aren't sure where they're at. But again, we're seeing less fish at Georgetown, less kokanee. The trout fishing, I will say, has been phenomenal. I got a report last week. Guy was over by the pump house, and they caught just a pile of brook trout.
Wow.
Hey.
They caught a few rainbows, but they got some really nice brookies. Again, there is a restriction on there. Mm-hmm. So read the regulations. You can only keep one fish, and I believe it has to be over 16 inches. But it's always good to catch, see those fish coming back. The rainbow fishing there is, I usually don't cover that too much because it's pretty consistent no matter what. If you just sink a half of a crawler on a hook, on a glow hook or something like that down, or on a fairly decent sized, a little bigger jig than a kokanee jig, you could generally catch rainbows pretty consistently.
All right.
So, but yeah,
good stuff.
Yeah, that's what I know. I will throw in real quick. I do know that Canyon Ferry's fishing really good for rainbows right now on the south end, and they got lots of ice at Canyon Ferry too. So
Good.
Scott the painter and the Georgetown Lake and Beyond report. Hey, thank you, buddy. We appreciate your time, and we'll talk to you again soon, I'm sure.
Yeah, you guys have a great day.
All right, so long, Scott. Hey, it's time for Cooking with Kokanee from the kitchens of MontanaOutdoor.com.
What you got cooking?
I got rice cooking in the microwave. She got something cooking for me tonight, and a little bit of chicken fried.
And when I chose this recipe, I did not even know that today is National Margarita Day.
Oh, hey.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I know. And
Get
it's
me
like,
one of them umbrellas.
Exactly. It's like the universe wants me to have a margarita today. Baked margarita walleye is a really easy recipe. It takes only about 20 minutes to cook. You're going to need a couple walleye fillets, boneless, some butter, a tablespoon of tequila or a splash more, 2 to 3 garlic cloves, some cilantro, chili powder, salt, pepper, a lime, and some olive oil. You're going to do this in the oven at 350 degrees. Sprinkle that fish with salt and pepper after you've dried it off a little bit with the paper towels, and then lay it flat in a little baking dish. Then sprinkle the chili powder, cilantro, and garlic cloves over the fish. Squeeze lime juice over it as well, and top it up with the pats of butter and a drizzle of olive oil. Then you're going to pour your tequila into the baking dish and cover it with aluminum foil. Bake that for 15 minutes or until the fish is cooked through properly. Serve with extra lime for garnish, and enjoy the baked margarita walleye, which you can find at our website, MontanaOutdoor.com.
Got really thirsty and hungry there.
I know.
Ladies and gentlemen, start your blenders. Yeah, all right. Straight ahead on the Montana Outdoor Radio Show, we do have Placer Motors statewide trivia with Camp Cook filling in for Downrigger Dale. What's the topic for this hour's audience there, Camp?
Come on. Isn't there a way where I don't have to do that?
We shall see if there is, and try to make you a winner right after this.
Please.
Your Montana adventure starts at the Billings RV and Boat Show at the Metro Park this Wednesday, February 26th. Shop the latest RVs, campers, and boats. Plus, get exclusive show deals you won't find anywhere else. Whether you're a weekend camper or a full-time road warrior, they got everything you need to hit the open road in style. Don't miss the Billings RV and Boat Show starting this Wednesday, February 26th at Metro Park. Visit BillingsRVandBoatShow.com for more details.
Fort Peck Marina wants to make your fishing trip as enjoyable as possible. This is Scott Collinsworth with the Fort Peck Marina. You can stay at our RV campground, which is seconds away from the boat ramp. Check out our tackle shop, which is packed with gear for all species here on Fort Peck. Plus, you can book a fishing trip with me for lake trout, salmon, smallmouth, or walleye with my Fort Peck Marina guide service. Enjoy the best pizza, burgers, and sandwiches on the lake in our bar restaurant for lunch or dinner. Plus, breakfast is served on Saturday and Sunday mornings. Fort Peck Marina, we are here to serve you. You can check us out on our Facebook page or our new website at fortpeckmarina.net That's Fort Peck Marina by the dam on Fort Peck.
Montana's a big state, and the men and women that call it home know why they live there. It offers unique outdoor opportunities year-round. It's a way of life for them, but each region of the state does have its own set of challenges. That's why Montana hunters and fishermen have come to depend on their local sporting goods store to help them get the success they strive for in every region across Big Sky Country.
When you shop your local Montana Outdoor approved sporting goods store, you get the best products, service, and advice.
In Butte, shop Three Bears Alaska. In Helena, shop Capital Sports. In Lewistown, head on over to the Sports Center. And in Miles City, shop Red Rock Sporting Goods. Over in Livingston, shop Yellowstone Sporting Goods. In Glasgow, shop D&G Sports and Western. And in Kalispell, head on down to Snappy Sports Center.
All of these sporting goods stores have local knowledge for the area of Montana that they serve, and all of them are Montana Outdoor approved for hunting and fishing.
It's the captain and his crew.
Carnies, circus folk, nomads, you know, smell like cabbage, small hands.
This is the Montana Outdoor Radio Show.
This is Eric Anderson, the owner of Placer Motors in Helena. Come in and see us today and find out why there's a Subaru, and then there's a Subaru that's been purchased at Placer Motors.
Good morning. Thank you for being on board. Second hour of the Outdoor Radio Show and Placer Motors Trivia Time with Camp Cook. We'll see if we can make you a winner in 1 minute.
When you buy a Subaru, you're buying more than a vehicle. You're buying safety for your family, an investment that'll hold its value, and something that'll last a long time. In fewer words, you're buying trust. According to Consumer Reports, Subaru has been ranked the 2024 Best Automotive Brand, and Subaru Crosstrek and Forester have been named 2024 Top Picks, an honor given only to 10 vehicles in the country. For a limited time, you can retrieve them both with special offers during the Subaru A Lot to Love event, now through March 31st. From our lot to your driveway, come see how Placer Subaru in Helena is transforming the car buying experience. Test drive a 2025 Subaru today. Learn more at Subaru.com/CR. Consumer Reports does not endorse products or services.
And our trivia winner receives a first aid kit from Joe Moline in Lewistown. We have a Diorama pen, a Captain's Choice Max Lure from Far Country Press in Helena, and Linda at Far Country. The book Good Hunting for Kids, Growing Up to Be the Best Hunter You Can Be. A koozie from the Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation. From Steve Harada, a Steve's Bail Bonds and Wolf Point utility ring that has a bottle opener, a tape measure, and flashlight on there. Gosh, Kokanee, how might that come in handy?
It's the key to your salvation. That's what I heard.
Testify. And from Kathy Goodman at Silver Threads, Outerwear.com in Great Falls, an ice fishing ball cap. It is a black hat with a leather patch that says Hard Deck on it. Number to call if you know Cam's trivia, 406-721-1290. That's 721-1290. But come on now, if you've won any prize in the past 6 months, please let other listeners have a chance to play and win. 721-1290. Take it away, mister.
Okay, well, last hour we learned that if you want to buy a bow hunting license, you have to have a certificate that says you passed the course, or you got to show that you had a license before or in another state. So if you don't have the latter, is there a way to just take the online course, or does everyone that passes the online course still have to pass the one-day field day course? Is it A? Oh, that's an easy one. The answer is yes, everyone has to take the course. B, if you're 18 or older, no, you don't have to take it. Or C, if you score a 90 or higher on the online test, then you don't have to take the field course. Once again, A, yeah, that's an easy one. The answer is yes, you got to take it, right? B, if you're 18 or older, you don't have to take it. Or C, if you score a 90 or higher on the online test, no worries on the old field course there.
406-721-1290. If you ain't won nothing in the past 6 months, and while we wait for Miguel to get that winner, let's check in with Chancey. We'll head up to the fish camp there in Kalispell.
Good morning, Montana. Chance here, Chance of Days Fish Camp up in Kalispell. Give you that weekly fishing report. Lots of good ice. We did get pounded with a lot of snow, so expect it to be sloppy and wet and deep snow and slush on most all your lakes right now. But fishing has been pretty good. Most of the lakes got pretty decent ice on them, and the bigger ones are fishing. Bitterroot, they've been down on that south end, getting into some kokanee out in that 80 to 100-foot of water. It's been decent, some decent fish coming out of there. Ashley Lake's been fishing pretty good up along that west side and up towards the Forest Service campground area. Guys been getting some decent fish, not big, but good numbers of fish. A few rainbows also. Middle Thompson's been fishing good. Some bigger kokanee, 12 to 16 inchers coming out of there. Some decent rainbows and Thompson Chain Lake Derby. Last weekend there was a few rainbows in that 8-10 pound range caught. Some decent pike. I think the biggest perch was a little over a pound. But some good fish coming out of those Thompson chains. Crystal right out in front of the boat launch out in Thompson. They've been getting limits of kokanee out there, smaller ones. By getting limits. I've been hearing some guys on Swan Lake down that south end. I think the whole lake's froze. I haven't had any solid reports out on the main lake, but they have been fishing that south end and then kind of towards the north off some of the points, getting some decent lake trout. Summers Bay has been froze up. Few big pike, few decent lake trout out there. Just keep an eye on that one. Sometimes that wind can blow it out pretty quick, but sounds like it's in pretty good shape. We have the McGregor Lake Derby today and Sunday going on. Our free one down at Lake Marinan that we put on here out of the fish camp. If you're out and about, weigh-ins out 1 down at Mountain Meadows. Just if you want to go fish it, just come on down to the fish camp and get signed up. If you're coming from out of town, you can swing into Mountain Meadows, get signed up. But it's mostly all just for perch. And then I think the Lion Lake have a derby this weekend too up in Hungry Horse. So lots of good fishing going on. Lots of good ice. So good luck fishing out there and be safe.
Well, hello. We are back at it here. I believe we have our contestant. Miguel's got all the necessary paperwork. Is that Peterson, Miguel?
Peterson, yes.
Don Peterson in Kalispell is our contestant this hour. How are you this morning, Don?
Hey, doing well. How are you?
Oh, fine, thank you. Appreciate you listening. Camp Cook, what do you got for Don Peterson over there?
All right, Don. Last hour we learned if you want to buy a bow hunting license, you have to have a certificate that says you passed the course or show that you had a license before. So if you don't have the latter, there's a way to just take the online course, or does everyone have to pass the online course, also have to pass the field course? Is it A? Oh, that's an easy one. The answer is yes, everyone has to take the field course. B, if you're 18 or older, you don't have to take it. Or C, if you score a 90 or higher on the online test, no worries on the field test. What's your answer?
It's B. It's B.
Yes, it's B. If you're 18 or older, once you pass the online bow hunter ed course, you may purchase or apply for licenses and hunt after August 15th on the current license year. No in-person field day is required. However, the FWP strongly recommends that you take a field day anyway, just to practice hands-on safety skills. And I'll tell you, the bow hunter ed field course is so much more fun than just the hunter's ed. It's a lot more involved. And then just the course itself is cool, too. So if you haven't taken it and you just want to, or maybe you're on the fence of taking it, take it anyways. It's good stuff.
And it's kind of just a common sense thing anyway, right? I mean, you know, simulators and online stuff.
You got to follow blood trails and all that. Yeah. Actual blood trails.
It's a good idea, right, Don?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Hey, thank you for listening. We appreciate it. Did you get all the mailing address info? You all good? All right. We've got all your mailing address information, Don, and we will get your prize package mailed out to you, all right?
All right. Thank you very much. You guys have a great day.
All right. You do the same. All right.
My dad was my bow hunter's ed field course instructor.
Okay.
Yeah. And he snuck out on the trail a little bit early and put the blood trail out. You know, you had to follow a blood trail to a 3D deer that was laying out in the middle of the pasture. And he'd put down some raisinets along the trail and make sure to pick those up and eat them on, just to gross out all the kids.
Well, you hoped they were raisinets.
He's like, oh, look, here's some fresh sign right here.
Wow.
Tastes like a 2-year-old buck.
Yeah. Did you just kind of invent that all on his own, or did he get some advice from buddies?
He just likes to mess with kids.
That's funny.
That's jeez. That's cool. Where are we at here? How about this? In Lewistown, Shop the Sports Center. They are Montana Outdoor approved for hunting and fishing. And Rosar's time, 7:29. Time to hook. Bone-in split chicken breast, just $1.99 a pound. In produce, 6-ounce containers of blackberries or blueberries. Get 3 containers for just $5. And select varieties of Jif peanut butter, 16-ounce jars. Those are just $2.50 each. Now, you can see all the weekly specials online at rosars.com. When in Missoula, do what the captain does. Shop Rosars at Reserve and South Avenue. When we come back, we will check in with Brett French, the outdoor editor of the Billings Gazette, and plenty more when the Montana Outdoor Radio Show continues right after this. Try the tempting new menu items at family-friendly Paradise Falls. Maybe start with pretzel bites and queso. Add some zip with the habanero bacon jam burger. Give your meal a Butte salute with Trozzolino's Butte beef pasties and the original pork chop John sandwich. The open-faced prime rib sandwich is sure to be a big favorite too. And don't forget the Sunday brunch and prime rib dinner Wednesdays. Paradise Falls, open every day at 7 a.m. 3621 Brooks, Missoula.
At Alcom LLC, they're more than a team. They're a family. They offer competitive salaries, comprehensive benefits, and an environment where your skills will not only be appreciated, but also celebrated. Imagine working where every spark you create contributes to top quality, innovative products that lead the market. Don't miss this opportunity to weld your path to success and assemble a career that you can be proud of. Visit alcomusa.com to apply. Alcom LLC, where your skills ignite our innovation. Let's build greatness together.
Air Quality Mechanicals, serving Missoula for 30 years. That's right, Air Quality Mechanicals been providing the best in service for Missoula's heating and cooling needs for 30 years. You've heard the term divide and conquer. That's the idea behind Daikin Mini Split Systems. Daikin and Air Quality Mechanical offer zoning solutions to conquer comfort dilemmas in any room. Daikin and Air Quality Mechanical now feature an exclusive 12-year parts and labor warranty on most Daikin products. For a free estimate, contact Air Quality Mechanical. Tough enough to drive pink.
Today on Hey Culligan, around the water cooler, here's Agnes.
Hey Culligan, word around the water cooler is that I can get a water cooler just like the water cooler at the office, but in my home?
Agnes, not only can you get the same water cooler that you get in your office, in your home we'll deliver it and set it up so you don't have to lug around those heavy bottles.
So it's not just water cooler gossip?
Agnes, it's pure, delicious water cooler truth, and it's already on the way.
First 3 bottles of water free for new cooler customers. Rental as low as $8 per month. Call Culligan 406-721-1991. Limited time offer.
Fallon's Farm, where every animal finds hope for a fresh start. As a 501c3 recognized animal rescue, their mission is clear: to offer refuge and compassion to equines in need. At Fallon's Farm, they're dedicated to creating a sanctuary where neglect and mistreatment have no place. Every step they take, big or small, transforms lives for the better. The financial burden is ever present throughout the year, but it weighs particularly heavy during the spring and summer months. This is when expenses spike with vaccinations, dental care, and annual checkups all coming due. Additionally, the summer season heralds the request for a fresh supply of hay for the year. Join the movement for change and help give these horses the love and care they deserve. Your contributions, whether through time, money, supplies, equipment, or sponsoring a horse, can make a tangible impact. With your support, Fallon's Farm can provide essential resources such as food, shelter, and medical care to those in need. Visit Fallon's Farm at fallonsfarm.org and Facebook and Instagram to learn more.
The Montana Outdoor Radio Show is brought to you in part by Missoula Chevrolet, Tiorama, Brett's RV and Marine, and by Placer Motors. Once again, here's the captain and his crew.
But first, let's take a look at your weather forecast for west of the Continental Divide. Today, we got winter weather advisory in effect from 11 p.m. until 8 a.m. tomorrow in some parts of the region, so take care out there if you're traveling. The rest of the forecast looks like this, okay? Today, mostly cloudy with areas of rain, highs in the 40s. Tonight, rain and light freezing rain likely, lows in the upper 20s to mid-30s. Tomorrow, rain likely with freezing rain likely in the morning, highs in the 40s. And hey, don't forget, you can get the latest in outdoor news, detailed weather forecasts, great videos, and oh, so much more. It's all waiting for you right there at the go-to website, montanooutdoor.com.
And the Camp Cook Cast, a division of the Rigger Cast, is brought to you this time around by Vibrant Hearing. We'll be back with Brett French, the outdoor editor of the Billings Gazette, Missouri River Country Adventure, and more on the way in 30 seconds.
You would do anything to prevent dementia. But are you doing everything? This year, give yourself more time. Learn how the medical treatment of hearing loss can reduce your risk of dementia, keep you engaged with your loved ones, and reconnect you to life. The folks at Vibrant Hearing can help with your hearing loss and show you how treating hearing loss is also reducing your risk of dementia. For better hearing, go to vibranthearing.com. redrocksportinggoods.com.
Hey, in Miles City, be sure to shop Red Rock Sporting Goods. They are Montana Outdoor approved for hunting and fishing. And welcome back to more of the Montana Outdoor Radio Show with the director, Camp Cook, Kokanee Quinn, and Miguel Lee here in studio. And on the phone, Brett French, outdoor editor of the Billings Gazette. How are you this morning, Brett?
Hey, good morning.
You shared the article you shared on MontanaOutdoor.com this week. Interesting stuff, I guess, on the surface. It seems like total common sense, at least to me. But
I thought that
signage, what's that?
I thought all this was already in place, so I found that an interesting article.
Hey, I know. Let's have the outdoor editor of the Billings Gazette clarify.
Yeah.
Shall we? You wanna?
Yes, please.
Signage when trapping legislation on the docket, right?
That's right. There's a proposal to require signs at all fish, wildlife, and parks, recreation sites. So that would be like state parks, fishing access sites, but not applied to any federal lands. So just the FWP lands. And so they'd require signs at the trailheads to try and keep pets from getting caught in traps. This is not real popular with the Trappers Association because they see that as just a kind of an advertising that there are traps in the area and concerns about people going in and messing with their traps. So whether or not it passes or not, it's already in effect on state land. So DNRC properties, it's required on those places, but not on any of the federal lands. And we'll see if it passes. One of many things going through. Another one is the boat decals that we all have to purchase every year, or every 3 years, and we don't have to purchase them. I'm sorry. They are free. They were handed out as a way to appease the Coast Guard, and the Fish, Wildlife, and Parks is looking to drop that requirement because the Coast Guard doesn't recognize them as valid. They want registration every 3 years. But in Montana, you can get your boat registered for permanent, and that's through a separate department. That's through Motor Vehicles Division. So FWP has no control over that. So we'll see where that goes.
Yeah. Hey, getting back to the signage legislation and trapping, are there specs for the signs, like certain
neon bar sign?
Yeah, or
trap over here.
A little
beware.
card like Star Wars, little cards. It's a trap.
Yeah.
Are there kind of specs for that? What do people have to do if that passes?
Yeah, Fish, Wildlife, and Parks is offering to produce the signs to hand out to the trappers, so it would be consistent across the state. This bill came up at the last session, and one of the proposals was that they had to make their own signs, so this would take that requirement away.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know if you want to leave people to their own devices on that.
I was baiting for bears in Idaho once, and I had to make my signs in my bait area.
What'd you do?
I was drawing pictures and coloring. I had colored pencils, and I was a nice little arts and crafts project. It was a slow day at the bear bait site. So,
yeah. Anything else for us this morning, Brett?
Well, like everywhere else, it sure is melting off fast over here in the Billings area, but we have a lot of snow from that last storm, so it's going to take a while.
Right.
All right. Brett French, the outdoor editor of the Billings Gazette. Good stuff. We'll talk to you next week.
All right. Thanks, guys.
All right. Thank you. And we check in with Neil Cote with Bite Me Flies. Neil, good morning.
Morning, Denny. Morning, everybody.
Hi, Neil. Good to have you on board. What adventure are you taking part in this morning? You always got something going on.
If I told you I was markering pike flies and sniffing the fumes, would it bother you?
Oh, all right.
I got a really interesting report coming real quick.
Kokanee, turn on the black light poster and play Hendrix.
So far
What
out,
do you
man.
see, Neil?
Far out.
Yeah.
Oh boy, can't wait to see those flies. What fishing?
I'm hearing colors. I'm hearing colors, seeing sounds right now. So.
What's the good word on fishing here and there?
Well, if you can get to the water through all the snow on the river locally, it's decent. However, with this warm weather and rain, prepare for the blowout. It's probably all those ice shelves and everything, and the frozen cross sections are probably going to blow out in the next couple of days. So I would say stay away, just because it's going to be a little bit interesting.
Okay.
If you've ever seen one of those break out, there's a couple of cool videos like on the Yellowstone from when it blew out a couple of years ago. Yeah, you don't want to be downstream of that if you can help it.
Yeah.
But other than that, yeah, with the warmer temps, I mean, we're all jonesing for it to be spring, right, and go fish. So there's a lot of fishing opportunities happening. I mean, I know there's some stuff in the Bitterroot, like, between here and Florence where it's been wide open, the river, and they've been catching trout and doing pretty good. Ice fishing's been picking up. This time of year it always does, especially for those bigger female perch. They're kind of, pre-spawn, right? So they're all big and they're starting to nab at everything that they get put in front of them. The only disadvantage is that some of the places with all this snow we got lately, it's your post holing to get out to those spots. So you're gonna pay to play, it sounds like, in a lot of places. It's just that kind of time of year where we all want it to break free and be spring, right? So.
Well, yeah, and we know that's probably not realistic. We ain't seen the
There's
last.
always that false sense of spring around this time of year.
Third spring, as I call it, or third winter. Winter.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's actually fourth spring this year. I was duck hunting in 2 of the springs.
2 of the springs.
What about? Heard anything for our friends in the Browns Lake, Harpers Lake, Sealy area? Anything going good there?
So all that's fishing. It sounds like Sealy is okay. Again, you got to be careful going on and off the ice as it warms up. I mean, Sealy is probably the least affected right now, but it'll it's all going to change super fast. As soon as we start getting rain and warm days, it's like start being careful. Yeah. The deal you were talking about, Brett French, earlier about the trapping thing, I always wondered, to change the subject, why do they don't also in those locations enforce the leash laws for dogs? Because it's like you're telling people there's traps there, but then their dogs can get caught in them. That's kind of the crucial element of that. But again, it's like most of those places have leash laws. Your dog is supposed to be on leashes. So I would assume that if your dog's on a leash, you're probably not going to get him caught in a trap, but that's maybe just me. I don't know.
Yeah, no, point well taken.
As I smell markers in the background. But anyway.
You guys want to talk about the dark side of the moon or something?
Yeah.
I hope before he passes out, he can get his website promotion out there. If people want to see the lineup of Bite Me Flies, direct them to the proper location there, Neil.
You can obviously go to pikewhisperer.com. They're all up. As a matter of fact, the pattern I'm doing right now is not up, but there will be pictures soon, and that pattern's going to be up here pretty
fresh
quick,
out of the oven.
Got it. Neil Cote, Bite Me Flies. Hey, good report. Thank you, buddy. We'll talk to you next week.
See you, Neil.
Okay, guys. Have a good one.
It's 7:42.
And time to take another Montana-Missouri River Country adventure with the captain.
Across the wide Missouri.
In Missouri River Country, fishing is a way of life. In the summer, we take to the lake on our boats and troll along the shores for hours. So when winter comes and the waters freeze, we don't let a little cold snap stop us from getting out there and spending time on the water. Learn how to ice fish in Missouri River Country and have family-friendly fun on frozen waters. Check ice conditions before heading out and always put safety first. Ice fishing is a sport which involves drilling holes into the ice and using lines, hooks, and spears to fish through the open hole. Missouri River Country has some great options for ice fishing in the winter. The best place to start is Fort Peck Lake and its many marinas. The Lake Ridge Lodging and Tackle Shop, Fort Peck Marina, Hell Creek Marina, and Nelson Reservoir are a few great places to get started and get the best fishing tips. Ice fishing is a great sport for all ages. Kids and adults alike can have fun and learn a great winter sport together. There's more room to roam and more room to have an adventure. And remember, when you do go on your Missouri River Country adventure, stay at a friendly and comfortable motel and hotel all over Missouri River Country.
For more information on your next Montana-Missouri River Country adventure, log on to MissouriRiverMT.com. Well, as we have rolled into our 27th year of the Montana Outdoor Radio Show, the Montana Club is helping us celebrate by giving away $27 Montana Club gift cards. You can use them at any of the locations for a great lunch or dinner. 2 locations in Missoula, also in Billings, Butte, Great Falls, and Kalispell. If you'd like to win a $27 Montana Club gift card, and you have not won a prize in the past 6 months, don't lie. We'll know. Miguel's got the database up there. 406-721-1290. That's 406-721-1290 if you'd like to win that Montana Club gift card. And we'll be back with the winner right after this.
Any angler can put bait on a lure, but good anglers know that catching fish requires more than just baiting your hook. At the Montana Club, we just don't serve you food. Any restaurant can do that. At the Montana Club, we serve you made-from-scratch entrees. That's why we call ourselves the Montana Club. Montana families keep coming back for our uncompromising cut-above USDA Choice and Prime certified Angus beef steaks for dinner. The Montana Club is something for everyone. Catch the flavor of the Montana Club in Missoula, Butte, Kalispell, Great Falls, and Billings, where they're always happy to see you and proud to serve you.
And we say good morning. Welcome to the Montana Outdoor Radio Show. What is your name? Where are you calling from?
Rose Taylor from Stanford.
I missed the name. What'd she say?
Rose.
Rose. Rose, good job. Congratulations. You got yourself a $27 Montana Club gift card. I hope you will enjoy that, huh?
I will.
All right. Beautiful. Let me put you on hold so Miguel can get your mailing address, okay?
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Rose. All righty. When we come back, we're going to check in with Fish On with Captain Matt McComb, Flathead Fish Finders, and more when the Montana Outdoor Radio Show continues.
Kick off the season with a win. The Spring into Savings promotion from Bridgestone and Firestone makes it easy to save while you gear up for planting season. Visit Tire-Rama to take advantage of instant savings. $300 off all eligible Firestone 82 IF and VF radial tires and Bridgestone radials. $200 off all eligible non-82 radial Firestone tires when purchasing 2 or more, plus $25 off Destination Farm and Turf tires. Don't miss out. This offer is only available until May 31st. Terms, conditions, and limitations apply. For details, visit your local Tire-Rama.
Attention anglers, when it comes to fishing, only one name stands above the rest: Warrior Boats. Built by fishermen for fishermen, Warrior Boats deliver unmatched stability, performance, and reliability in any waters. From tournament days to quiet mornings, Warrior Boats are designed to help you conquer the water with ease. Built tough and built right. Built for warriors like you. Find your ultimate fishing machine today at warriorboatsinc.com. Warrior Boats. Go farther, fish longer, and own the Montana waters. Winter in Montana can be a lot of fun when you have the right equipment, whether you're ice fishing or coyote hunting. When you shop your Montana Outdoor Approved sporting goods store, you get the best products, service, and advice. In Butte, shop Three Bears, Alaska. In Helena, shop Capital Sports. In Lewistown, shop the Sports Center. And in Miles City, shop Red Rock Sporting Goods. They all have local knowledge and are Montana Outdoor Approved for harsh Montana winters.
When it comes to farming, ranching, or even fishing and hunting, you need a truck you can rely on. Even more, you need a buying experience that's hassle-free. Look no further than Missoula Chevrolet. Locally owned and operated right here in Missoula, Montana. They offer one low price, plain and simple, always. With over 350 vehicles, including the tried and true Silverado light-duty and heavy-duty trucks, they are proud to be the Captain's Truck Center.
That's so true. I depend on the experts at Missoula Chevrolet to find me the perfect Chevy Silverado to get me where the fish are biting and the game can be hunted. I travel the entire state, and my 3/4-ton Silverado makes it easy to tow my fifth wheel and boat at the same time. And you can't beat the comfort of the interior. It's simple. I trust the non-commissioned experts at Missoula Chevrolet for all my truck needs.
Find out for yourself exactly what the Captain is talking about. Find your next Chevy truck at Missoula Chevrolet. Together, let's drive at MissoulaChevrolet.com.
You're listening to The Captain.
You darn tootin'.
Yeah.
Welcome back to the Montana Outdoor Radio Show.
You darn tootin'.
Yeah.
Hey, in Glasgow, be sure to shop D&G Sports and Western. They're Montana Outdoor Approved for hunting and fishing. As the Montana Outdoor Radio Show continues, we're trying to reach Matt and haven't been able to get through to him, but we do have Debbie standing by. But before we go any further, if you spent any time in Butte over the years, Butte Radio, you know Maverick at KBOW. That is our Montana Outdoor Radio Show affiliate in Butte, and Maverick has always taken great care of us there in Butte. Well, it's his last show.
Oh, Mav.
Maverick is, get this, you guys. He bought an RV park in Alaska.
Oh, my gosh.
Called Lazy Moose RV Park. Lazy Moose. I love that.
I can see the commercial already. Hey, it's Maverick from Lazy Moose.
I'm glad you brought that up. I see an advertising opportunity for the Montana Outdoor Radio Show.
What's the good guy discount?
Yeah. Send him a rate card. We'll see if we can. No, that's awesome. So Maverick, thank you for everything at KBOW in Butte, and good luck. Really, really appreciate you. All right, the Montana Outdoor Radio Show crew is fueled by Valor Coffee. Good Montana folks.
Is delicious, and especially delicious today. In fact, we're drinking the Campfire Coffee from Valor, Valler, valorcoffee.com. They're out of Lincoln, and it's good stuff. We really
Camp
like
with
it.
a K, I'd like to point out. It's Camp with a K.
And
Campfire.
coffee.
Oh, yeah,
also
that's
with
right.
a K.
Yeah. Just like Camp Cook.
Just like Camp Cook. There you
It's
go.
a Mexican dark roast today that we're
Awesome.
enjoying.
What is the name of that? Oh, the Campfire. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, God, yeah. So good.
Valor Coffee.
Valor Coffee. Thank you, folks. Debbie, Silos RV, there at Canyon Fair.
Yeah.
Hi, Deb.
It's not as hi. Yeah, Silos RV's not near as creative as the Moose RV, is it?
The Lazy Moose.
No, and I don't think you want to call it Lazy Debbie's Place or anything like that.
No, definitely.
Yeah, so we'll just we'll stick with Silos. You got the Silos there anyway, you know.
That's right.
Well, what's happening at the Silos anyway?
Oh my God! Yesterday was so beautiful with the sun, and there was no wind, and you could get out on that ice, and it wasn't slushy yet. It was wonderful.
Perfect.
Yep. So but the perch were still, greater than 50 feet, and the walleye were greater than 35 feet, and the trout were all over the place. So, depending on what you want to fish for, you got to go to the right depth, that kind of thing.
Are you well stocked with everything for whatever they might want to target?
Oh my God! Red maggots, white maggots, worms, sucker meat, frozen minnows, freeze-dried minnows, marshmallow trout bait, and all different kinds of lures like hallies and Swedish pimples, and I got all kinds of stuff.
Man, you
if
must.
If you forget it,
yeah.
If you forget it, I got it.
The way you answer that question, you must get asked that by a lot of customers because you got the sales pitch down.
Yeah, the 100 people that call me a day to ask me where the fish are besides the lake and what the weather conditions are.
Right. So pretty good outlook. Is there a lot of snow cover yet?
So there's probably about snow drifts about 4 feet high, but it's in the smoother areas. It's about a foot deep. With yesterday's sunshine, I'm not for sure how slushy it got. I'll get back word today on that after the stream of people going down there right now. So you're going to be missing your spot if you don't head out now.
Wow.
So nobody complained yesterday about anything other than trout. I got trout. So nobody wanted trout, but that's all they got.
Well, and weather-wise, the outlook pretty much the same for today, yes?
Yes.
Great.
Sorry, excuse me.
That's right.
Yes, beautiful weather today.
To find out more, and you want to be one of the 100 or so callers to talk to you, how do you get a hold of the Silos?
406-266-3100.
Excellent. Debbie, thank you so much for giving us a few minutes, and hopefully we'll talk to you next week.
Yep. Everybody enjoy the day.
All right, back to wrap it up after this.
Real estate transactions can be extremely nerve-wracking. Realtors and lenders know that Title Services Incorporated is the name to trust with title insurance. Whether you're selling your house or doing a refi, choose Title Services Incorporated, locally owned since 1982. Thorough research and exceptional customer service is why I recommend Clint Romney and his staff at Title Services Incorporated, 2625 Dearborn next to Goodwill and across from the Larchmont Golf Course in Missoula, and also located in Superior.
calling all volunteers. The 2025 Bitterroot Winter Special Olympics will be held at Lost Trail Powder Mountain Tuesday, March 4th and Wednesday, March 5th. Volunteers are needed to help with a lot of different activities. No winter sports skills are required. Just be prepared for a day filled with more smiles and good times than you'll get in a year. If you would like to help with Bitterroot Winter Special Olympics March 4th and 5th at Lost Trail, visit the Bitterroot Winter Special Olympics website and click on Volunteer. Really? Sure doesn't feel like it in your car.
No heat problems are just one of the many reasons to get some winter love at Brian's Auto.
Here's 4 more reasons. Fast, honest, reliable, and reasonable. For well over 20 years, Brian's been treating customers right. That includes trouble starting your car, winter tune-ups, engine coolant leaks, and of course, keeping you warm during the winter.
And if your check engine light comes on, Brian's Auto will do free diagnostics to help pinpoint the problem. No obligation.
Brian's Auto, just off West Broadway in Palmer behind Gomer's U.S. Diesel, 549-9215. Come celebrate University of Montana Lady Grizz basketball for their final 2 home games of the season. The Lady Grizz host Sacramento State Thursday, February 27th at 7, and Portland State Saturday, March 1st at 2. Arrive early Saturday to help celebrate Montana's senior class. It's the stretch run before the Big Sky Conference Tournament. Help send the Lady Grizz off to Boise with momentum. Lady Grizz basketball, February 27th at 7 and March 1st at 2. Tickets available at the door. Better yet, get them in advance at gogrizz.com.
Hi, it's Scott the Painter. We all know about keeping up on the routine maintenance of our vehicles. But how often do you think about your home's preventative maintenance? So don't neglect it. Part of that routine care is interior and exterior paint. It also adds to the curb appeal and value of your investment. So if it's been more than 7 years since you had fresh paint applied, it's time. We've been helping people all over western Montana maintain their home's looks and value for over 26 years. That's Scott Arnold Painting at 381-8545.
No matter what animal you need to keep in or out, CHS Mountain West Co-op has the fencing and gates to get the job done. CHS carries name brands like Red Brand, High Qual, and HW. So now's the time to walk the fence line, see what you need to add or replace, and get the fencing projects done. Get your fencing and gates at CHS Mountain West Co-op, everyone's favorite farm, ranch, and home store in Missoula and Ronan.
Your one-stop ranch and home store, Mountain West Cooperative.
This is the Montana Outdoor Radio Show.
Well, I'll be doggone.
Holy cow!
Wow, infotainment.
Once again, here's the captain and his crew.
And we sure appreciate you being with us this morning. Final show of February. We'll kick off March next Saturday. Camp Cook, follow-up over there, Smith River Frenzy.
Yeah, the permits, the drawing happened for the Smith River permits.
Yeah.
So if you applied for those, check your email. You might be lucky. You might be floating down the Smith this year. I always forget. I don't remember the Smith River application until after we read the news that it's been.
And then it's like, wow, I was going to do that.
Oh, man.
I suppose it would be silly of me to say then you never get one, do you?
No. Yeah. Well, just like every other permit I put in for the FWP, I never get.
Oh, well.
You should see my not successful column on my drawing applications.
You and your son Bradley are incredible hunting and fishing buddies.
Yeah.
I only gave you about 15 seconds or so last hour. I wanted to follow up a little bit on this this turkey hunt thing.
Yes.
The Grand Slam of turkey that you plan to do.
Yeah, we made a goal this year that we're going to try to do what we call the Montana Slam. Montana is one of the few states where you can get 3 out of the 4 species of wild turkey.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
And we're going to try for the Merriams over east because we got some property over by Billings we can hunt. And then we're going to try for the Rios down in the Bitterroot. And then there's a small batch of Easterns that have popped up in northwestern Montana. And if we can get an Eastern in the bag, we got ourselves the Montana Slam. So it's pretty hefty goals for a 12-year-old, but he's ready to do it.
Yeah, well, you got some traveling to do, too.
I guess
don't you?
so.
Put a few miles on the rig there. Thank you so much for listening today. We do appreciate you, and we look forward to seeing you again next Saturday from 6 to 8 a.m. right here on the Montana Outdoor Radio Show. So long.
Start the year off right at Carl Tyler's Express Lube, your trusted spot for fast, reliable oil changes in Missoula and the Bitterroot